We're walking down our little avenue where we live in our neighborhood, and as you can see, there's nobody in their gardens or down the lane. Everyone's inside their homes, even though it's a gorgeous sunny day. Everyone is indoors. Can't really hear anything other than the birds tweeting and once in a while dog barking. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully today at 6 p.m. there'll be a little bit more noise because there's the last day for this week of the initiative of the Face Your Windows and Sing in solidarity. So hopefully in a few hours there's going to be a little bit more noise. We've got a good excuse to be out because we're gathering some herbs for Batman. Batman is our little guinea pig and he likes to eat these dandelions. So we're picking them for him because we've run out of pet food. So we've got a good excuse. You can go for walks with your dog. And in this case, we're getting essential items for one of our pets. So I'm just picking these dandelions. And I have my ID with me, just in case anyone stops me and asks me what I'm doing outside my house. So there's one more. There we go. That should be enough for today. And this is a little shrine. They have these all over Italy. They're little shrines, usually to the Madonna. And people gather here, usually informally. They bring flowers and plants, and there's little benches around so people can sit and pray. And usually at this time, we would have people congregate and they leave little messages here on the board, but there's nothing right now. It's all empty and none of the little old ladies in the neighborhood are around here praying. The trees are in full bloom, as you can see. But again, even on this side of our little neighborhood, there's nobody walking around. It's just us. And most of the windows in people's homes are closed. So this is an example of the informal campaign going on among Italian citizens. They're displaying banners outside their balconies that are saying "Tutto andrà bene," which basically means everything's gonna be all right. So they're making these homemade banners and displaying them. So the Face the Window event wasn't that successful in our little neighborhood. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of people singing. But in the south, I've seen some clips, just really hilarious. There was a clip around Naples, I think, of a DJ that was spinning records. And he had all the windows and balconies open to his home so that his neighbors could, feel a little bit less alone. So I thought that was really cute. Anyways, closer to home in Brescia, which is the northern part of Italy in the Lombardy region, they're completely running out of masks and gowns and just basic medical equipment. And we asked Germany to step in and they've blocked all exports, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that something will be figured out in the next little while. Otherwise, they're thinking of producing in-house. So the Italian government is thinking of starting to produce masks and gowns in-house so that we don't need to rely on our neighbors. And I hope that will go into effect because, we need to make sure that we can give medical staff and frontline workers the equipment that they need in order to do their jobs. Also because the Italian healthcare system overall is quite good. I mean, it's less efficient and much slower than the Canadian medical system, but it certainly covers everybody and it's free. So, for example, if you need to get tested for the coronavirus, your testing would be free. And if you need to be hospitalized and intubated, your hospital stay would be free. So I think that's kind of good. And in the Veneto region, where I'm from, Luca Zaia, who's the governor here, he's thinking of actually instituting random testing. So even more testing than now is getting done. And Italy is one of the most tested countries. And he's thinking of doing this both for research purposes so that we can better understand how the course of this virus and how it moves and how, it behaves. And also to try and identify if there's new clusters so that they can quarantine people. So he's thinking of doing that, just random testing. And then another thing he's thinking about doing, which I really, really hope he's not going to do, which is limit even further people's ability to go outside and breathe some fresh air. So he would give further limits to people going for walks. So I'm hoping that's not going to happen. I hope it's a rumor, but we'll have to sit tight and see what happens. But I have to say the government, I think, has reacted in the last week or so quite well to the situation. And for example, they just approved a 25 billion spending plan to inject money into the healthcare system and to provide relief for employees, businesses, individuals, and families. And it's a really comprehensive plan, and it deals with issues such as putting a halt on mortgage payments, helping people pay rent, decreasing utility bills, and a whole bunch of other things. So I think that it's definitely a good thing that they're doing. But the government has realized that they will probably have to do a similar plan in April, another one, just to kind of help the economy along. And another sombering news here for us is that it looks like the lockdown will be extended. So we won't be quite out of the woods in a week or so. It looks like we're going to be here at home for a little while longer. And the reason is that the numbers haven't come down yet. And that's partially because we've only been in lockdown for a week, and it takes up to 14 days for the virus to incubate. So individuals that just got the virus just before the lockdown, they haven't actually been funneled into the medical system yet, so we don't know what's going to happen. So they say that the peak is actually going to be reached next week, and we haven't actually reached the peak of the cases and fatality yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and I wish you all a wonderful Monday. Keep strong, keep well, and I wish you all the best. Ciao.